All right. Rellism Sports Talk, episode 84, part 2. We back, and Shammond's still late. He's still late. I don't know what's going on. Everybody, look, go ahead, get your drinks, get your mouth wet, because we about to have some round table talk. We about to really get battling now. We was really easy doing the simple stuff now. But I want to finish one topic before we get into that round table. DK Metcalf, they already said there's, 6 teams that are already trying to get him. The Chiefs are one of them. I'm going to just go by each team, and y'all tell me if you think, first of all, if it's a good fit, and if he can be a difference maker on the team. So the Chiefs, what do you think, Tommy? The Chiefs, if he gets DK Metcalf, what could happen?
If Pat Mahomes gets a freak, if Andy Reid gets a freak, that's a coach that can figure him out, a quarterback that could exploit him. So that would be dangerous, very, very, very dangerous. We wouldn't like that at all.
You agree, Brandon?
Yeah, I mean, no, it definitely helped. I mean, I've always thought he's overrated as whatever, but I mean, he's better than what they got. So yeah, it's a good fit.
Okay, all right. You mean he's better than Juju?
Well, I don't even know if he's.
Oh, come on, Brandon! Come on, Brandon! Come on, man! And then the Falcons are another team. The Falcons trying to get everybody. They're trying to get everybody like Tommy's trying to get all them quarterbacks before he got Russell Wilson.
Can't even name a receiver on their team. I mean, for real.
I mean, Calvin really is going to be suspended.
That's what I'm saying.
How long is he suspended for?
The whole season.
This guy.
The whole season.
So, who's Mariota throwing it to?
That's what I'm. Kyle Pitts, who's not going to be my keeper now.
You would have kept him.
I thought he was that. Kyle Pitts. Nah, I mean, I don't. He's that good, but on another team. On another team. No,
I'm top 3 tight end now.
No, I wouldn't. I don't have a keeper.
And then the Jets.
He can go there, and I wouldn't be even worried.
Hey, man, the Jets are making moves. I mean, don't sleep on the Jets. They'll still be last place, but
yeah, I'll sleep on them.
All right, the other one's the Packers. Even though they got Sammy Watkins already.
Well, they're going to have him for 1 year? Sammy Watkins, come on.
Well, if Aaron Rodgers got a DK Metcalf.
I mean, yeah, if he gets anybody decent.
Can they pay him?
DK not after this year. Yeah.
Not after this year.
Yeah, he's a 1 year.
They can't pay him. That's a rental.
That'd be a dumb trade.
Another team was the Eagles, but I mean, they just signed an Olympic hurdler.
Don't they draft a receiver every year in the first round?
Yeah, they do, and they're all horrible. But they just signed a 3-year deal to the Olympic hurdler. He ain't even a gold winning one.
Who?
Some Olympic hurdler who's 27 years old and ain't played.
Did he play football?
16
yeah,
in Oregon.
As he extends that leg, I'm gonna catch him underneath of it. That ain't no targeting in
there. What are the Eagles doing though? Why would you do that? The Eagles.
I don't know.
And then the last team was the Saints, and that's the team I think out of those.
Jameis
out here throwing the rock.
If Thomas is himself or
stay, he gonna come back. What do you think, good Tommy? What you thinking?
I'm not sure about that one.
You don't like the Saints?
They don't got a QB.
Winston?
Hold on. Tommy has been on the record talking about Taylor Heineke, Trevor Siemian, and all these bum-ass quarterbacks over and over again. And you're telling me Jameis Winston ain't nobody?
He's not the QB for that situation. For DK, DK's about to get paid. I don't think they're going to keep him at that long.
Who's getting paid on that team?
They need a QB.
Cam Jordan, I guess.
I mean, but think about it. Who's really making money on that team?
I don't even know.
That's what I'm saying. So why couldn't they pay him?
I mean, they could. I mean,
if you saw the show last night, I gave the perfect answer, and I wanted Tommy to give me the GM aspect of it. Baker Mayfield gets traded to Seattle for DK Metcalf. Why can't it work? Why can't it work? What?
They can't pay him.
Yeah, they ain't got no money.
Who ain't got no money?
Cleveland.
They don't have no money.
But they can't do nothing?
No. DK's going to set them up. They're talking about DK next year getting paid $30 million. So you're looking at DK at 30 million level. When you're looking at a guy like that, I mean, I'm looking at like maybe New York guy. Somebody's going to need
the Giants had all these wide receivers. They were all horrible.
Yeah, but they just got hurt. Yeah.
Does Washington not have any money? Does Washington not have any money?
Y'all about to not have a franchise.
No.
Why can't we get nobody?
You should for not giving people their money back. Y'all should have a ton of money.
For real.
I don't know. Saying. Y'all talking about trading McLaurin's. I don't know what y'all.
I mean, what is going on out here?
I'll take him.
So there's no way DK can go to get traded for Baker.
No
way.
Did you see that Seattle just signed Geno Smith for starting rep? I mean,
they're drafted a quarterback. They got
Geno, Lock, draft. I mean, that's what DK's got to look forward to for his next year. So either he's getting paid by Seattle or they're trading.
He won't stay. He won't stay in Seattle. That's the case.
I mean, is it time to realize Pete Carroll sucks?
Thank you. He sucked when it was the Bush push. Punk ass.
Oh, man.
Hated that shit. All right, look, roundtable talk now, man. Mr. Stat Guy Tommy, you always doing stats. You always throwing them out there. And I like hearing it because it sounds good. But I've never been a stat guy. That's why when people talk about LeBron, I just say I don't care. I go by what I see. Your boy Peyton Manning wore your Denver Broncos jersey. Played in the Super Bowl. Had the worst QBR ever in the history of the Super Bowl. Right? But that second ring changed his whole what we think about him. You see what I'm saying? So that just shows you that the stats don't matter, dude. That stuff don't matter.
It matters huge. It matters huge because I still say it's hard for me, and I love having Russ, but Russ killed Peyton's Super Bowl. Peyton's Super Bowl was in 2013 when he set the record. Records that still stand with 17-game season Brady. And then in 2015, Vaughn won one. So for me, it still matters.
But why you ain't keep doing these little? You're not telling me nothing. Y'all just keep saying stuff, and there's no info there.
I mean, his stats did matter. He put together stats. The year that Peyton put together stats, he put himself in the Super Bowl. Then Russ stole it.
Okay, so he didn't win. It's the rings. It's the rings. We're always going to remember how great Peyton Manning was.
Remember the 55
We're always going to remember. We're always going to remember how great Marino was. But if Marino had one of these, you would look at him way differently than we do. And if John Elway would have never got his two late in his career, he wouldn't be looked at the same either. Right? Regardless of the stats. That's my point with that, man. That's my point. So your boy Wilson, you keep talking about he's this, he's that. We argued about it last time. You said he was a top 7 QB. You sticking with that?
Easy.
You sticking with top 7 QB?
I don't want to be called Homer for what I want to tell you now because I drafted him in fantasy last year with Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf. I think with this offense, I did not see a future with Russ outside of Seattle. So he's a top 7 QB inside of what we knew. What I think Russ can be with Denver and their offense is better than that. So I think he's a top 7 QB. I expect to see a top 3 next year, top 4 QB next year. You're not going to be talking about Herbert. You're going to be going, shit, this has been in 2 of them. He's going to be in 3. Probably going to win it. And we're talking about, Denver on another bid. Look what they did with Peyton, and now they're doing it again.
Hold on, look what they did with the guy who had the worst QBR in Super Bowl history. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're right? Is that what you're saying?
We won it with contract.
But listen though. We remember Peyton Manning more for the Super Bowl that he won and played his worst game ever than the year they went to the Super Bowl and lost. When he set records, right? He set records that year they went to the Super Bowl and lost, right?
Remember him beating Rex Grossman.
He didn't say any records. He said no records that year.
That wasn't the year when he was setting all kinds of records.
Well,
No, that
I
was
think Brady
2013.
broke it.
That's when 2013 when Russ beat him. That's when he threw 55 touchdowns and had the
That's
greatest.
my point.
No, 2015 is when he won the Super Bowl and he almost couldn't throw anymore because he'd been hurt. And Brock Osweiler replaced him for the last
And
3
got
games.
y'all there, right?
But that's my point. That's
Actually,
my
we
point.
got y'all there by knocking
Yeah.
New England. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, we got y'all.
And then Peyton came in the playoffs and provided the stability our defense needed for us to win the Super Bowl because Vaughn ran through everybody.
I love how you try to justify it and then you switch it to somebody else to give them the credit so we can stop talking about it. That's my point, Tommy. He set up 50-something touchdowns, but they lost in the Super Bowl. Nobody remembers that. We remember when he won the ring and played horrible. Nobody remembers that. Nobody remembers that, man. Come on. But your 3-year window, I messed up last week. These are the 3 teams I meant to say the 3-year window. It was the Bills, the Bengals, and the Broncos. Next 3 years, who's under the most pressure to win a Super Bowl, Brandon?
I'm still sticking with you named different teams last week,
yeah.
Right? Okay.
Bills,
Broncos. I'm still sticking
Bengals.
Bills.
The Bills still? They're
Yeah.
under the most pressure in the next 3 years, really? Why?
I think because they're the favorites right now. They're the best team right now.
What does that mean, though? They're the best team on paper. So what? Every year, everybody's talking about Dallas is the best team on paper, and they don't win.
I never see that. I never see that. But did they sign Josh Allen yet?
Josh Allen got his money last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's paid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Well, I know it might be Denver.
See? Well, go ahead, Tommy, what he's thinking. Bills, Broncos, Bengals. And let me give you reasons why, though. Because the Bengals, they got all these stars under their rookie contracts and all that. So the next 3 years, they're going to start making some decisions. The Broncos, like you said, superstar team. Russ has got to do it. You know what I'm saying? He's there. And then the Bills, for the same reason Brandon said. You know what I'm saying? You got the best team, supposedly. You better put up a show up. Go ahead, Tommy.
Russ makes about 35 this year. We've got 15 more million less than free. We're looking to re-sign him. He's re-signed this year. So I'm not really worried about the Russ situation. I think that our contract, as far as where we are ready to roll, we're set for a few more years in Buffalo. Buffalo's got a few more questions than we do.
What's the questions? Who are the
questions? Secondary is a big question.
I mean,
I'm talking about
Vaughn.
the money, though.
Oh, money.
I love Vaughn, but I'm so glad he got me. But bro, you're not going to pay him that much. It's going to start hurting you.
That's a lot of money.
For what? 1 year? 1 year? They could let him go. How much is his guarantee? How much is his guarantee?
It was a lot.
Okay, well, then they can still let him go, though. They don't have a lot of money tied up in a lot of people. Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs. Who else they got money tied up in? Nobody. That's what I'm saying. So I don't understand why y'all keep saying the Bills for the next 3 years. They have opportunities. The Bengals, their rookie contracts, like we always talk about, that window's going to close. That window's going to close. In the Broncos, you're paying these wide receivers too much. Too much. And Russ is going to get his stuff. And if he doesn't perform and he keeps going down like I think he's going to be, what you going to do then? What's your secondary? What's the boy y'all like from Alabama?
Kareem Jackson, Pat Surtain, 2 Bama boys back there.
Is he under his rookie contract?
Yeah, he's in the second year.
Right. So in 3 years, you got to pay him.
He's going for 5. He's going for 5. He's a first rounder. He's a first rounder.
He gets 5 for that?
Yeah, he got top 10. Well, I think he was in the top 10.
He's good for however long we're gonna sign Russ.
You're hoping so, man. I just feel like the money's gonna start getting slim in Denver. Is Shammond there?
He's muted, I think.
Shammond.
Along with Portland and Tim. Judy's good for a good 2 more.
Why can't he be unmuted? Unmute yourself, fool. Shammond.
What?
You hear us?
Yeah.
The next 3 years, yo. The next 3 years. The Bengals, the Broncos, and the Bills. Who's under the most pressure to win?
Bills. The Bills.
Why?
Josh Allen.
What? Hold on. Who
Stephon
bought Josh
Diggs,
Allen?
they just signed Stephon Diggs to a massive contract.
Massive.
So
You want your boy to get way more than that.
They're going all in.
With who though? Who's making money?
Their team.
Who's making money for the Bills? Who?
Obviously, they got enough money to pay Stephon Diggs that amount.
But so what? Like, that's one dude.
So they got a plan to it. Like they like, okay, we got our quarterback, we got our wide receiver. Now we can in free agency or whatever.
They got money. That's what I'm trying to say. You're helping me, man. You're helping me. So I don't understand why people keep saying the Bills. Denver's going to run out of money real much quicker. The Bengals are going to start either letting people go. Bengals either let them
Walmart's about to own them. They might.
We're talking about all these people making money. What is Burrow going to ask for?
Denver,
What is Jamar Chase going to ask for?
Burrow and Chase aren't going to ask for anything for the next 3 seasons.
Yeah.
So we don't got to worry about that for the next 3
Why
years.
won't they?
They gonna lock both of them up early.
That's what I'm saying.
They
You're
gonna
not gonna let them get
franchise
out.
tag them.
All right, we can agree to disagree real quick. So I'm going to get to the other stuff. We got plenty of basketball to talk about.
Bro, if
Barkley-
I get Russell Wilson and Walmart in the same season,
What did he say?
if I get Russell Wilson and Walmart in the same season, I'm a trip.
Yeah, Walmart.
If you get him in Walmart.
Walmart's about to buy the Broncos. Well, the owner.
Yeah, part of the family of
Walmart, the most corrupt organization that y'all can just go into. Yeah, good luck for you, buddy. Good luck for you, my friend. Good luck. So what? Who cares? Walmart. All right, second-year quarterback. Who's going to have the best season? Fields, Trey Lance, Lawrence. Who?
Not very good options.
Jones,
Mac
Wilson.
Jones.
Who's going to do better? Go ahead, Tommy.
Ugh.
He's going to say Justin Fields because he's got a man crush on him. And he's going to say Trey Lance because he's a 49er.
Out of all of them, the one that's going to do the best as far as stats
okay, I don't want to say stats. Who's going to look like he's an
Who's
NFL
gonna-
quarterback?
yeah.
Because none of them that I just named look like they're going to be an NFL quarterback. It's
Fields is
definitely
going to go out there and show you a level that's not quite Lamar as far as running ability, but he throws better than Hurts. He throws better than Hurts, and he's fun, dude.
Who did you say? Fields.
Fields.
Oh, Fields.
I told you. Shammond, go ahead and say Trey Lance. Go ahead.
No, I ain't gonna lie. I like Justin Fields a lot more than Trey Lance. I wanted to get Justin Fields for real. But we got Trey, I'll take him. But Trey won't be no Justin. I'm just being honest. He won't. He'll be good. Trey
might
will
not
be
even get
more
on the
like
field,
a Dante
yo.
Culpepper.
Brandon, go ahead.
Justin Fields will be more like a Donovan McNabb.
There's not very good options out of all any of them. Davis Mills, maybe. No.
I mean,
Trevor Lawrence.
It's Trevor Lawrence, yes, man. It's Trevor Lawrence, dude.
Because Urban Meyer's out of there, and I'm not a big Trevor Lawrence fan, but I think I don't see it. Yeah, but
he's washed up. He's
washed
overhyped.
up. He was overrated,
overhyped.
but
Overhyped.
All right, real quick. The USFL starts tomorrow. Who's watching?
I'll check it out.
They got a fantasy league for USFL. Why ain't we get into that before now?
How many teams are in it?
It's 8, but they got a fantasy league for that.
I didn't even know that.
We should have got in that, yo, and just we don't know what we'd have just been doing it, yo.
One, I'm taking Paxton Lynch, bro.
Why? Hold on. Why are you taking Paxton Lynch for? Because he played for the fucking Broncos, dude.
Wasn't he like 6'9" and shit?
He's another one.
Just straight up.
He's another Bronco draft pick quarterback that sucked. How many of y'all got? How many of y'all got that sucked?
He's floated.
You might have more than Washington. I mean, really.
He's like Jared Lorenzen.
Probably have a whole starting team that can
The
start for
lefty
the
from Kentucky.
USFL.
Yeah, remember how big he got?
And he got real fat and was still throwing it. He was playing flag football. Fat as I don't know what I was watching on TV. It's crazy. All right, look, guys, we're going to get into the basketball. I want to get into this playoffs. I want to see what's going on. But before we do that, what is your favorite sports documentary or movie? Go ahead, Shammond. Who?
Blindside.
Blindside is? All right. Why?
I mean, he went through that struggle, man. I mean, he did what he had to do. I mean, Thanksgiving, he snuck a little biscuit in his pocket just to make sure he had something to eat. But he was a hell of a blocker. Michael Orr, man.
All right.
Respect all day.
All right. Who is it, Tommy? What's yours?
Documentary or movie, I would actually have to go with a documentary. When I was a kid and went to DC and got an opportunity to see his airness done in IMAX.
Really?
Oh my gosh. And I sat back and watched Jordan sail. And it was, dude, the way, that's why I play ball. And so, yeah, that was, to me, the biggest thing that I'd ever seen in sports was Jordan, his airness in IMAX in DC on documentary. That was insane.
That's dope. That's dope. Brandon, you better not take mine, Brandon. Go ahead.
I mean, there's a lot, man. As far as documentaries, Last Dance was phenomenal to me.
Okay. All right. Good.
Movie-wise, I don't know. I liked a couple of Rockies. My underrated one, fucking Blue Chips.
Blue Chips was dope. I like Blue Chips too. Mine is Muse. Showtime, Kobe Bryant. That was my
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Muse?
Yeah.
You never seen Tommy, you're a Kobe fan. You ain't never seen Muse?
I've seen Muse, but I haven't seen all of it like
oh my I would take quotes that he would say in that documentary and say it to Marcus before his games and stuff to hype him up. I live by that junk, yo. You got to see Muse, man.
But you know what my favorite show is now, though, Coach?
What?
Rellism Sports Talk, baby.
Only when you on there, baby. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, the playoffs. One question real quick. It's two players. One that I admire and one that I hate. Who's under the most pressure? Because one of them's, I don't know how much time he's got left, and one of them is a bitch. Chris Paul and James Harden. They're both in prime situations to get to where they want to get to. Chris Paul in Phoenix is #1 seed. Looking good. He's already been hurt, so hopefully he won't get hurt again. James Harden, he's fat and happy with Philly, eating cheesesteaks, and he avoids Milwaukee and the Nets. Milwaukee and the Nets are on the same side of the bracket. So he avoids both of them into the Eastern Conference Finals. Who's under the most pressure now? Go ahead, Brandon.
Does anyone expect Harden to do anything though?
But I mean, the pressure though.
Well, he can't handle
to do something. Don't he have to?
You would think, but he never has. He never has. Been terrible. He's been terrible since he's been there.
But Chris Paul's got a whole lot of failures also. I mean,
bad luck. There's some bad luck.
The Clippers, they blew 3-1 leads.
I mean, Chris Paul needs to win it, man. He needs to. So I'd say him. He ain't got much left.
That's right. Tommy, who do you think?
It's on Harden. It's on Harden because Harden is the man outside in Philly, outside of Embiid. He's the guy who's the piece that's going to take him there. And Paul hurt his persona anymore if he gets to the playoffs and, puts out this phenomenal season where he looks like the baller.
That's a good point. And
falls out at the end and bows out at the end and he doesn't get there. Are we going to be mad about that? I mean,
that's a good point, man. That's a good point.
So I don't think he's any pressure to lose anymore. It's no excuse to lose anymore.
I never thought about that. That's a good point. But I haven't checked the score of the game. But if the Clippers win,
they're getting destroyed.
They get destroyed because of Brandon Ingram. But it was a swan song last year to beat the Clippers and then get to the finals. That was it right there. And you done twisted my whole thing, Tommy. You done turned my whole thing. Shammond, what do you think? Chris Paul or James Harden? Who's under the most pressure?
CP3.
Why though?
He a legend. He need to get it done. He needs to make it happen. And he's made it happen before. He needs to make it happen now. And if he doesn't, then they gonna look at CP3 like he's a bust. So he's on the pressure.
He's a top 10 all the time.
But it's the same thing I said about Peyton Manning. The same thing. if you can get that ring, if he can get
CP3.
that ring, Chris Paul's gonna be looked at as one of the top 3 point guards ever, maybe.
Yeah, he's up there. He's up there.
But without that ring, he's gonna be like top 10.
I want
should have got that ring with Kobe if they'd have let it happen.
If they would have let that happen, I agree. All right, for the matchup.
Ruin the NBA.
Huh? That trade.
Give me that. Oh, David Stern.
And seeing the way everybody manipulates and goes to whatever team they want makes me even madder now. You know what I'm saying? How you could just
but they didn't like Kobe. I mean, you could tell they hated Kobe.
Veto a trade?
Yeah, that was fair, man.
That team.
Come on.
It's not about Kobe. They wouldn't have liked that team. That team would have ate people.
Yes, I agree.
They wouldn't have liked that team. Randolph wouldn't have had nothing to do. He would have kept his little puppy mouth shut versus that team.
You talking about Zach Randolph for the Grizzlies?
Zach, yeah. Oh, for Kobe and Paul,
Stop it.
Stop it. You better be quiet.
They retired his number.
That's a fundamental guy.
From the rec, there's not.
They retired Zach Randolph's number.
Yeah, the Grizzlies retired his number, yo.
They retired big countries, yeah.
The Zach Randolph was a beast.
I like Zach Randolph.
He was all right.
He was okay. I like. I mean, he's undersized, but he had heart. So look, the playoff things are set now. Miami, number 1 seed, they're gonna be playing at Atlanta. Does Atlanta have a chance, Brandon?
I don't think so.
Sweep?
Nah, not a sweep. But I mean, don't sleep on the Heat. I mean, everybody.
Y'all were saying the Heat ain't have a chance last episode.
I ain't say they ain't have a chance. The Bucks is.
Y'all were like, it's 2 teams and nobody else.
I think it's the Bucks and Heat.
Hold on, you didn't say Bucks and Heat last time. You said Bucks and Nets.
And then I watched the Nets
like
have no defense, no inside game. They can't do nothing, man.
All right, so you agree, Tommy? What do you think? Atlanta have a chance? Sweep?
Nah, they'll win one. Trade's good for one.
Trade's good for one. All right, bet. 76ers luckily play the Raptors. James Harden lucky. You play the Raptors. Do the Raptors have a chance to get one?
They're winning that series.
Oh, shit. You're picking the Raptors to win?
Yep.
Why?
Playoff Harden. Yep. And playoff Harden.
So you're saying he's just a detriment. That's the reason why they ain't going to win.
Yeah, Embiid can only do so much, man. I mean, he can only do so much. He's done everything.
I'd almost pick them to win without Harden. Tommy, what you think?
I compare Philly this year. Philly can get there in that bracket, like kind of Orlando did. They could get there and just with like Howard. I mean, Embiid could box his way to the final on that bracket.
I think so.
You just got to worry about him not getting hurt.
All right, Shammond. Brandon picked the Raptors to beat the 76ers. Tommy picked the 76ers. Who you got?
I got the 76ers, man.
Why?
Joel Embiid and James Harden, that's just too much firepower, man. Like, they got some.
You think Harden's going to do good?
Yeah.
You have faith in James Harden in the playoffs?
Not only is he going to do good, he's going to do great.
That'd be a first.
Bucks and Bulls. What happened to the Bulls?
I don't know, man.
Wasn't DeRozan supposed to win MVP?
They did slow down. Yeah, they did slow down a little bit.
I know, but you want to know what happened? Lonzo Ball got hurt.
Caruso got hurt. No.
Caruso did get hurt too.
Yeah, I know. I hate the reason why, but
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Do the Bulls have a chance?
It should be a fun series. Nah, it's not gonna be a sweep. Nah.
Can they get 2?
They can get.
Tommy, can they get 2?
I'm interested because Levine's first chance to really run at this. I mean, this dude athletically is insane. In a game of 7, I don't know anybody outside of like 1 or 2 players that can stop that guy. So, I'm interested to see they could sneak this.
You really think they can?
If DeRozan shows up like he has, like he was,
I mean, Levine is a monster, like to the level. I think athletically, Levine's the closest thing I've seen to Vince Carter. And I've been anxious to see him at this time of year.
Wow, man, this is way different than what I thought it was gonna be. Way different. All right, 10 minutes, man. Damn. All right, we gotta go fast. All right, Boston and the Nets. Boston talking. They say we ain't scared.
Mm-hmm.
Did Boston beat the Nets? No. Shammond said no.
They can, but
another level, man. KD hitting them playoff shots, man. KD hitting them shots right now. That's just all I gotta say. Kyrie,
I think it's Kyrie. Here's what it's gonna take.
They're ready to upset a team. The Nets
All right,
is ready.
I want everybody to tell me their Eastern Conference Finals. Brandon, who's your Eastern Conference Finals?
I'd have to see the bracket, but
It's the Nets. It's the Nets versus Boston, and then the Bucks and Bulls, and then on the other side it would be the 76ers, Raptors, Miami, and Atlanta.
I'd have to say Miami and the Bucks.
Miami Bucks. What you got, Tommy?
It's gonna be Bucks and Sixers.
So Bucks are gonna beat the Bulls and the Nets.
Yeah, the Bucks are the best.
And the 76ers gonna beat the Heat.
And the 76ers can, the 76ers can walk.
Shammond, who you got?
I think the Nets is gonna overcome all that
and win the East.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't shock me, but
I see that. I'm going Bucks. I think. All right, the Western Conference, which I think is going to be one of the most entertaining series of all. The Grizzlies and the Timberwolves.
Yes.
I think they got young guns everywhere playing. Who y'all got?
Grizzlies
in like 6 or 7.
Yeah, I think it's What you think, Tommy? Tommy, don't give no respect to the Grizzlies.
Nah, Timberwolves.
You got the Wolves?
The Wolves can win this.
What?
I mean, they can.
The Wolves got a good team too.
They do.
All right, Warriors and Tommy's Nuggets.
Is Steph healthy?
Steph's playing. Steph don't even have to play and they'd win.
Well, yeah.
Wait, Tommy picked the Nuggets.
Yeah.
You said they could win the West. Go ahead, Tommy.
They could win the West. They're running into the other team that can win the West in the first round. Steph don't play. If Steph don't play to game 3, game 4, the Nuggets are going to win.
The Nuggets going to win.
Steph's going to play game 1. So the Nuggets are the Warriors are going to win this, but it could cost them the championship. The Nuggets are going to push them 7.
Are the Nuggets going to win a game?
They're going to push them 7.
How many games the Nuggets going to win?
3.
The Nuggets going to win 3 games? You going to put your money where your mouth is? Yeah, that's right. Move the camera.
How much you going to give me?
I'll bet you whatever you want to bet.
No. What you going to give me like 3 to 1?
Odds.
No. You said they're going to win 3 games.
I ain't going straight up on that. I can't go straight up.
But don't say they're going to win 3 games then. Say they're going to win 3 games.
Say they'll lose, but guarantee. What if they only win? What if they only win 2? I mean, do I get a partial? Lose. How many are you saying they can win?
I'm saying the Nuggets might win 1. Maybe.
0 is one of them.
I'll bet you that they won't win 2 games. How about that? You think about it. About that. 2 games. All they got to do is win 2 games. And
what you want to go straight up?
Straight up. They got to win 2 games.
Yeah. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about Shammond. Mavs and Jazz. Who you got?
Mavericks.
Everybody got the Mavericks? Luka's not playing game 1.
Luka, a different breed.
I know.
He's not playing game 1, Shammond. He might not even play game 2.
Jalen Brunson.
Trevor Simeon.
Oh, my God.
All y'all picking Dallas?
Yeah.
I picked Dallas.
I'm
Won't be
nervous
easy.
about that, yo.
It won't be
nervous.
easy.
I'm taking the Jazz.
What?
I mean, if Luka's
Luka's
not out,
healthy, and I love Luka. I love Luka, but I'm nervous. All right, the Suns and the Pelicans.
Suns, obviously.
Can the Pelicans win a game?
Yeah.
No.
They can win a game. They can win a game.
They get
Can they win
swept.
2?
I don't know. Maybe.
They get
I doubt
swept.
it.
They get swept?
They get swept.
Tommy, what you think? Like, Tommy don't want to pick no more because he thinks I want to bet him. Look, he's like, I ain't going to say nothing else. Terrell's trying to take all my money.
I don't know. McCollum, they might be able to win too.
All right, go ahead. What's your Western Conference Finals? Grizzlies, Wolves, Warriors, Nuggets. On one side, the other side, Mavericks, Jazz, Suns, and Pelicans.
Who are you asking now? I'm going top 2.
Nuggets.
Warriors and Suns.
Suns are coming out the hard side or the easy side, and then coming out the hard side for the Warriors. And if Steph is on his game, like if Clay's on his game, Clay's.
So both of y'all got Suns and Warriors. Who you got, Shammond?
I got the Suns over the Warriors.
Who's y'all pick?
I got Warriors over Suns.
Warriors. Who you got, Tommy? I'm picking the Suns to beat the Warriors.
That's what I'm saying. The Suns to beat the Warriors. They've been together a lot more lately.
DeAndre Ayton is impressing the crap out of me.
That's why.
He's good.
Somebody compared him to Duncan the other day, and I don't see him at
blasphemous.
To who?
Duncan.
I heard a Duncan comparison the other day, and I started. Oh no, it made me watch him different. So I watched him in the post on how smart he is, and this dude is a genius. He's a good post player. He's a good post player.
Nah, he's really good.
He's a good player, but he's not Tim Duncan, dude.
No.
He's a passer on the level of Jokic. He's a passer on the level of Jokic. He's smart in the post. He manipulates offense in the post.
Now you've really downgraded.
Nah, Jokic.
I bet.
All
right, we got your picks that I can always review. Fantasy football, we got 3 minutes left. Shammond, I'm going to give you 2 names. You have to pick one, and that's going to be your team. The other one's going to be Keith's team. And then we'll go over the draft orders. Ready? It's up to you, baby. You ready?
Yeah.
And then I can tell you who's on your team, too.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
First name, Steven. The second name, Mills.
Give me that second name again.
Mills.
Still don't get it.
Mills, motherfucker, Mills. M-I-L-L-S.
Just pick a name, Steven or Mills, right?
Yeah, Steven and Mills. Pick one.
Steven.
Steven. So you are Shammond now. All right. So basically now what's going on in the first round? It's the keeper round. So you look at your team. If you don't pick a keeper at all, Shammond, you will have the number 1 pick in the first round.
All right.
But of the keeper round. After the keeper round, the second round starts off with Tommy with the number 1 pick.
So who's on that roster?
And you will be number 12.
You'll be last.
Who's on what? Who's on the roster?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I cut my computer off. Sorry, I have to tell you. I'll tell you who it is. Tommy, how you feeling? You gonna have the number 1 pick now because we got 2 new players in the second round.
No, I mean, basically, I got a chance at either 2 keepers or a selection of the best of who's left after the keeper round. I mean, you
not necessarily. Hold on,
I don't
not
have
necessarily. Because after you make your keeper, if somebody else don't have a keeper, like Brandon said he don't, or he's not gonna keep one, he could pick up the other guy you were supposed to keep.
You could, yeah. I mean, if they could.
But
I mean,
you don't have the first choice of any rookie that comes out.
Who you got, Shammond?
I'm trying to cut it off because it's only a minute left. I'm not.
Josh Allen is my best player. So.
But I can tell you who your team is, Shammond. And Keith, I can let you know who your team is too. Rellism Sports Talk, episode 84, part 2. Under a minute, fellas. Under a minute. I want everybody to give me their realistic expectations for their team this year. Shammond, what's your realistic whatever.
What we do, whatever the contract extension goes, what
no, that's not what I'm asking you, dude. Realistic expectation. What's the best you think the 49ers can do?
Okay, best actually.
Quick,
just
hurry
keep
up,
going
hurry up.
forward. Keep doing what we do.
How far? How far can y'all go, Brandon?
championship
How far can the Dolphins go?
Divisional round, second round playoffs.
Second round playoffs. Tommy, look at this guy smiling and shit.
Come on, you like Christian McCaffrey?
I love him.
How far can y'all go, Tommy?
I love him, Tommy. I love him.
How far can you go?
Super Bowl, bro.
Washington, I'll say division winner. That's the farthest we can go.
I see Tommy.
Oh, that's playoffs.
Okay, Tommy, I see the ring.
Hey,
one of these.
I mean, God, I'm hungry as can be. Custom made Rellism Sports Talk. Brandon's got his